Hey, what is going on, guys? XpertFusion here, and today I'm going to be doing my review for The Walking Dead Season 9, Episode 7, which is titled Stradivarius. I never will be able to pronounce that in my entire life. Don't even expect me to. But, okay, so this episode was honestly probably my least favorite of the season so far. Now, that doesn't mean it was a bad episode. I think it was actually really good. But, unfortunately, you have to have at least one of the episodes being your least favorite. There's no way you're going to love and think every episode is equally as good. That's just, I don't know. It's unfortunate that, it has to be this one, but at the same time, it had to be at least one of them, right? And that doesn't mean I think it's bad, which is really good when my least favorite episode in the season is actually really, really good. A lot of people call it filler. A lot of people are calling it boring, but I thought it was actually really useful for the story. So we had a couple different plots going on because obviously every episode they have a bunch of different things going on at once. I think we had basically I would say three main stories going on. You had the Michonne, Sadiq, and DJ taking the Magnus group to the hilltop. So that was the first story. We had the hilltop story, which was included with Tara and Jesus and everything they were doing. Jesus going out with Aaron on the little, I guess training they do. Rosita coming to the hilltop as well. Them taking her to the hilltop. That's also part of that story. And then thirdly, Daryl, Carol, and Henry chilling at the campsite with the dog. They were just kind of waiting around. They were going to wait there for a night, and then they were going to head to the hilltop. And Daryl decided to go along with Henry there, which I don't know. Was he going to stay there, or was he just going there to just bring him there? Or I don't know what they were doing, because I know it ended up they found out that Eugene's missing, so they decided he was going to go out with Aaron and Jesus to go find Eugene, but I don't remember if he said if he was actually going to stay or not, but obviously we'll have to wait and see how that all turns out. So which parts of this episode did I like the most? I think Magnus group and everything with them I wasn't a big fan of because we already saw a lot of Magnus group last episode. The only character I really wanted to see a lot of in this episode was Yumiko, because that was the only character we really didn't get to see much of in the last episode because she was unconscious for half the time and in the hospital with Sadiq. But yeah, they give us a lot of Yumiko, which is good. They definitely developed her character enough to the point where I'm like, yeah, okay, now I understand who she is. And honestly, the only characters from that group that I really am liking are Yumiko, Magna, and Luke. I don't really care about Kent, Kelly, and Connie. It's not that they're bad characters, but I don't have an interest in them. I mean, it's cool that she's deaf. I mean, that's gonna be interesting to see how she handles the walkers and stuff like that. But at the same time, it's like every time she's on screen, I have to look at subtitles. It's like I don't know, it's annoying. But no disrespect to the actress or anything. I think she does a phenomenal job because the actress in real life is actually deaf too, so that adds on to the troubling factor of actually being able to do this, which they do a great job at it. I'm surprised they probably all have to learn sign language. I don't know if all of them knew sign language beforehand, or like Magna and Luke, because they all have to speak sign language when they're talking in the area of her, because just to make sure she knows what's going on. But yeah, so we had that. I did like the Sadiq development they had. DJ, I wish DJ had more lines. DJ, if you guys don't know who that is, that's the one savior that is now kind of part of Alexandria. I don't know what the hell happened to him the past 6 years, but they obviously grew a really close bond with DJ. The fact that they're allowing him to be part of the council, they're being this trustworthy of him. If I remember, he was one of these saviors that was with Jed in episode 3 that was planning on killing all the survivors, or at least trying to. But at the same time, he was probably just worried for his life because Oceanside was killing them one by one. So I mean, that kind of makes sense. I mean, Jed continued to be an asshole, obviously, and ended up getting his ass burnt alive by Carol, obviously. That was all great. I think DJ deserves more lines, though, for sure, and deserves more screen time. I did like my favorite part of this episode. Oh my god. Michael Cudlitz. Now, let me tell you this much. I don't know exactly how much influence the director has on everything that happens. I don't know if he has the say of everything, but if he did, Michael Cudlitz, you did a fucking phenomenal job with the camera work. Now, I'm not 100% if that's all about the directors. I'm not too sure what the directors do 100%. I know they might be involved with the camera work, but even episode 6, for some reason, the camera work has just become incredible. And then the camera work in the episode 8 promos, in the episode 8 sneak peeks, it looks amazing too. It's like they just, after episode 5, which I think the camera work has always been pretty good. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying the camera work's not been good on past seasons and stuff like that. But for some reason, just starting with episode 6 and then now leading into 7 and then looking like 8 as well, the camera work, the shots they've had, the beautiful overhead shots of all the communities, like how they did with the Kingdom, they did it with Alexandria, they did it with the Hilltop. Beautiful shots. I mean, incredible. During the action sequences, the different cameras, the camera movements that they've been doing, when Rosita was running from the walkers, when the group was fighting the walkers, when Michonne and all them and the Magnus group were fighting the walkers at the end of the episode, the camera shot, they did an overhang shot. I'm a really big fan of overhead shots, you know, bird's eye view when you're looking downwards, kind of. I really like those shots where you kind of pan out, because it gives you more of an idea of what the surroundings are like. It gives you more of an idea of what's happening. It gives you more of an idea of exactly what the scene is about, instead of just having close-up shots and not being able to see what the hell is going on. I hate close-up shots. Close-up shots are nice sometimes, don't get me wrong, when they're needed, but sometimes I feel like, even in past seasons, like season 7 and 8, which I love season 7 and 8, don't get me wrong, but one thing they did negatively, that's not even a word. One thing they did not so well was the fact that a lot of the action scenes specifically, they did a lot of just close-up shots, like a lot of them. And I love how they're doing more far-out shots, and just the camera, oh my god, it's incredible. The soundtrack has been amazing as always. The soundtrack is one thing that'll never be a negative. You'll never see me say something negative about the soundtrack in The Walking Dead, because every episode has a fantastic soundtrack. Bear McCreary, you do your shit. You know what you're doing. I'm not even going to try to nitpick anything that he does, because everything he does is phenomenal. Henry is starting to, obviously get a lot of comic Carl traits, which is good. I'm really excited about that, because I really want to see him turn into a strong comic Carl type character. That's a tongue twister. Carol and Daryl's conversations were great. I love how Daryl said he's still looking for Rick, and because he hasn't found a body. He wants to find a body till he's finds closure. I love that. That is such an impactful thing to me. Absolutely love it. Tara being the leader of Hilltop. Well, Jesus is technically the leader, but Tara's kind of being the leader. It makes sense. I kind of see where that coming from. I wish they explained more about what happened with Oceanside, because Carol kind of said in the last episode that stuff belonged to people we knew that got lost or something and didn't come back. I'm wondering if that's Oceanside or not. I don't even know if Oceanside is still a running community. I don't know if Sanctuary is still a running community, because there's still a lot of saviors and like Negan's wives and stuff like that. A lot of them we haven't seen yet. We've seen all 3 of the communities. So either Sanctuary is still up and running, we just haven't seen it, or Oceanside's still up and running, we haven't seen it, or they're all just dead off screen maybe. I don't know, because there's a lot of characters that we still haven't seen, like side characters like Mark, Amber, the other Negan's wives, some of the other Negan's men, the ones that haven't died yet, that we haven't seen died. So I'm just gonna assume we're alive. But because I thought maybe there's all at the Hilltop, but we saw Hilltop, and maybe they just didn't show them in the episode. Maybe they are there because they could just be hiding in one of the houses or chilling in one of the houses. I don't know. But I'm still interested in seeing the rest of the season. And next episode looks phenomenal. I might be doing a prediction video for next episode, or kind of like a breakdown of the promo and the sneak peek. If I do that, it'll probably be within the next 2 days, maybe Thursday. I don't know. I kind of want to do some special Thanksgiving video just for the fucks, just for shits and giggles. Maybe I'll do like a live stream or something. I don't know. But hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.